Hi everyone, this is Mike89. Welcome to the third video in my Sonic 3 and Knuckles with Knuckles tutorial series. This video is going to cover Marble Garden, which we only have to do one act of, which is really nice. As soon as you enter the stage, make sure you're holding right, so you land right near the bottom of that. Land straight on that slope. And over here, important to do your spin dash up to the next area from this platform, because what's going to happen is when you spin dash away, you're going to turn to running state here rather than be rolling, which means you won't lose speed and also gives you more control over the next jump. So you have to make sure that you do this jump from a very steep angle like that, so that you get as much height out of it as you possibly can. But then you also, because you're running, you have the ability to actually move around a bit if it looks like you're not going to make the gap. So the gap is, you can see there's a little notch in the wall there and a little notch in the wall there. That's what you've got to hit. So making sure that Knuckles is lined up with that is paramount. As usual with Knuckles, grabbing and re-grabbing the wall is actually slightly faster than just regular climbing. In this case, you want to make sure you're on the left wall, so that when you jump out, the floor's about here, I think. So when you jump out, you've got some momentum going that way. And then again, same thing here. In this case, so there's the gap again. In this case, you want to make sure that you jump from the last of these rings here, where you can still see the sparkles, and then that gives you a little bit of upward angle so that you can grab this wall. And then again, you want to be on the left hand side wall here, jumping out to the corner there, and then jumping up to the next. This platform can be, this one here, can be in any number of different spots really, depending on how fast you got here. If it's right down the bottom, like the top of it's about here, then the best thing to do is land on it and roll off so that you don't hit this ceiling. But if it's any higher than about this, then the best thing to do is just to cut under it like that, and ideally bounce off this 10 ring box. Sometimes you get all three of them like that, or sometimes you'll just get the first one and bounce up, but about the same either way. Knuckles stops about here, similar to what Sonic does. Scroll the screen all the way down and then jump to cause a screen wrap, and what that does is the game thinks that you're now at the bottom of the screen and it's scrolling down to try and find you, and in that time you've actually got quite a few seconds in Marble Garden because it's a massive stage. In that time, the sprites don't exist, so what you do then is spin dash off to the right, and you're now embedded inside a spring that's facing that way. Once inside the spring, and once it comes back onto the screen, you want to charge a spin dash. So you would have heard me charge a spin dash just before I paused the video there. And then just as it comes onto the screen, you want to jump immediately after releasing it. And that causes you to get pushed out to this side and stand about here, and then you hold left to zip out this way. And once you appear on this slope, you've actually got, the game treats you as though you're on flat ground at the moment. In order to break that, you want to get a little bit of speed and then roll, just like that, and then you'll break off the slope and then land on it again, and it'll treat it as it normally does. Then from here, pretty much everything is just the same as it is for Sonic. So duck down, right and jump into the pit, hold left to zip there. The main difference as you approach the boss here is that Knuckles doesn't have to hold any directions on these slopes. It's kind of it's as though it's set up exactly for his jump angle, so you don't actually have to press any directions and you'll just land neatly on the next slope. Difference is that here it doesn't work as well. So you land about here and you either get stopped immediately or you carry on this way. Either way, you want to jump immediately, move a little way out to the right, and then glide to drop down into the pit. Just like that. And then you want to get into this pit facing right and hold down. And see now that the boss has appeared. As soon as you settle in a position here, you then want to start doing your spin dashes very quickly. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quick spin dashes gets you the first hit, and then 7, 8, and hold the 8th one until you hear the second hit, then release and hold one more to get the 3rd and 4th hit. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's something I recommend just sitting and getting used to for a while. There's actually a checkpoint just past the point where you start the level wrap. Oh, sorry, not the level wrap. The screen wrap. I recommend hitting that if you're not confident with it, and just practicing it over and over from there. Anyway, so that's 5 hits. After you get that 5th hit, you want to hold right so you go all the way to the left of the screen, and then charge another spin dash. Hear it there. So I get the 6th hit, get hit myself, tap left, so I move to around here. You'll be able to see exactly where I am with the silhouette in a moment. Yeah, so I'm actually here. Charge the spin dash, you get 2 more. You get the last 2 hits, and then Air Grabber flies away. Now, if you know exactly where you were, then you'll be able to anticipate this jump a little bit. But remembering where I was, which is about here, even if you don't know exactly where you are, as the capsule moves over you, you'll actually see your silhouette kind of merge with it, and you can react to that and jump before it moves away. If you jump at the wrong time though, the entire stage is screwed. You can't finish it. So you got to be very careful and make sure that you get it right. So you could just see for a fraction of a second there that there was a little silhouette in front of, just cutting off part of that button on the capsule. Once you hit the capsule there, you want to hold down, scroll the screen all the way down, and hold right to push yourself over here, and that changes the position of the screen. But after that, make sure that you then switch to holding left so that you don't run over here, because there's a crusher about here that will kill you if you end up underneath it. So it's right and then quickly to left. Stand safely over there away from the crusher. And that's Marble Garden. I'll go back to the start and play that back without any interruptions.